What's up, everyone? Adam Engel, Braden Bush. I almost called you Rowdy. Your Daniel Allen, Rowdy Barabo is our other beat partner. He's at home. But hey, Oklahoma State wins 29-6, win 500 right here in Gallagher-Iba Arena tonight. That was completed 29-6 again, Oklahoma State. There were 3 bonus point matches for Oklahoma State, something they couldn't do really at all last week. So, Braden, I mean, just it seemed like Coach Smith really had him ready to go offensively.
Yeah, it did. It really seemed like a bounce-back week, speaking on the bonus point wins. That's something we hadn't seen since Lehigh back on January 23rd. And, I mean, even all the way down to Serber, it just seemed like there was a lot more intensity and a lot more drive, There were 6 bouts where Oklahoma State scored the first takedown, and it was in under a minute. That's been a big push for Coach Smith, to be the aggressor and take advantage of the first period, and it seemed like they did that today, and it had a good result.
Yeah. And then another big one, Luke Serber snaps a 3-duel losing streak. He said he wasn't in a good place last 3 weeks, and it was obviously motivating for him to get a bounce-back win. Obviously, big cherry on top for win number 500 in Gallagher-Iba, and then something not a lot of people might notice. AJ Ferrari was on the sideline.
He was.
Or in the seats rather, and his teammates said they provided it's AJ provided a spark to the team. So I know it was nice to win number 500 finally tonight.
Yeah, he is. I talked to his dad. I just actually saw him a few minutes ago too. He says he's feeling fine. Just a little sore, but we're really not sure what the plan is. If he is gonna wrestle the rest of the season, I think just the whole experience in itself, it's not something they really want to rush. Again, no broken bones. So, if you put him out, there's no maybe real risk. It's just soreness. But going back to what Braden said about being an aggressor, man, how about Wyatt Sheets? A guy who hasn't scored a takedown in 3 weeks, gets, I think, 3 tonight. A major decision over Kenny O'Neill. And, man, Coach Smith is just like, yeah, with Wyatt, it's just, I want to see him do more. And even in the presser, Coach Smith was happy with the win, but he still says, we want to extend the matches a little more. Master Giovanni, he did win 2-1, but at the end, he had an injury. He looked in a lot of pain. I sent some pictures. He was in crutches right out. So, yeah, he finished the match finished the duel on crutches. In the presser, Coach Smith said, he'll be fine. We think he'll be fine. He called it more of an ankle than a knee injury. But it was, definitely in that general area. Luke Serber, man, he was back. He got a huge win over, I think, AJ Nevels, who was ranked 22nd, I think. And Nevels is a guy that came from Fresno State, so a little, underrated from the transfer portal. Of course, Fresno State got the program cut. He comes over to South Dakota State, and he's a big dude. Luke Serber is a guy that really undersized, but I think just his pure wrestling skill, he gets the job done.
Yeah, Serber, he was oversized by 60 pounds in the Lehigh duel. This one a little more manageable, and he came out there and was the aggressor. He scored a takedown in the first period and really kind of set the tone. He came out on fire, and he talked about it in the presser afterwards how he kind of lacked some confidence and some drive, and how today he really felt more like himself and more drive and really pushed himself more than he has in several weeks.
Right, and a big part of it is because Coach Smith put him in a ranking match today against Austin Harris, and he said that was a good match for him to, quote, blow his lungs out. That's just pretty matter of fact for wrestlers. But so yeah, he beat Harris. Coach Smith said, man, it was a good match. Good to see both of those guys, and then he gets the win. But Daniel, what did you see? From Dayton Fix, he gets the pin. Going back to his old ways, because something he didn't do last week.
Right. It was obviously, Coach said he knew those bonus points. Obviously, getting the pin was huge for them. Dayton Fix, as Adam said, wasn't able to do it last week, but he all I can say, he got back to being himself. Dominant form of wrestling. He was explosive off his feet. He just seemed like he was in pure domination the entire bout.
Right. I mean, today Dayton Fix just seemed like Dayton Fix.
Exactly.
Right. The Dayton Fix that fans expect. The Dayton Fix that fans know and coach can count on.
Yeah, the All-American that you expect to see week in, week out.
Right.
After 2 matches where he won, but we didn't get any bonus points out of it.
Right. And then speaking of the old and someone who did get bonus points, Dakota Gear. He was finally able to find his offense. I think he snapped a two bout winning streak and 7 takedowns, man. 7 takedowns. And that's just what Dakota Gear does. You know, his style is really fun to watch just because he'll take the, you know, like I call it catch and release. You call it cat and mouse, where he takes the guy down, lets him back up, shoots again, and does the same thing over and over.
Yep.
Just wears the guy down.
Yep, when he's in his zone, you know, he's one of the best in that aspect of the game. Definitely.
Right. Anything else for you, Daniel?
That's all I got.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for following along to our coverage. Of course, Ocali.com. Of course, you know our Twitters, follow us there. But 29-6, the final for Oklahoma State. They're going to leave tomorrow from Stillwater at 9 a.m., driving up to Columbia, Missouri. They'll wrestle Missouri on Sunday. I have to check. I think it's a 1 p.m., 2 p.m. duel. 2 p.m. on ESPN+. We will not be there. We will be covering remotely here in Stillwater. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next